Mr. Adams furious tonight after he was given zero notice that the governor of Texas had chartered a plane and flew nearly 200 asylum seekers to New York City. No one alerting the mayor. It was all unannounced. And then the unplanned happened. Weather. And the plane forced to land last night in Philadelphia. The passengers put on buses and taken here. Now Mayor Adams and other mayors speaking out and demanding advance notice of these surprise actions. Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles with the story tonight. She's live in Midtown for us. Darla.
Bill, some of the migrants who arrived overnight have been getting settled here and registered at the Roosevelt Hotel. Mayor Adams, again, putting his foot down. You know, over the last year and a half since this migrant crisis began, the city has been scrambling to accommodate buses' arrival at any time, day or night. But Mayor Adams and the other mayors of cities handling this migrant crisis saying unannounced flights with no manifest and no flight plan is going way too far. This busload of migrants being shuttled from the Roosevelt Hotel in Midtown Wednesday afternoon to various shelter locations around New York City. 200 asylum seekers flown to the Northeast on this Eastern airline plane Tuesday evening, originally scheduled to land at JFK, but diverted to Philly due to weather.
We cannot allow buses with people needing our help to arrive without warning at any hour of day and night.
From Philly, these 4 large buses driving north, dropping off migrants at Port Authority just after midnight.
I'm announcing an executive order requiring charter buses transporting migrants, those often contracted by the state of Texas, to provide 32-hour notice in advance of their arrival into New York City.
New York City, not the only city on the receiving end of these scheduled uncoordinated arrivals. The mayors of Chicago and Denver addressing the crisis during a virtual press event this afternoon with Mayor Adams.
The state of Texas has a responsibility to connect with municipalities around the country to help address and to deal with this crisis.
Mayor Adams taking the lead from Chicago, recently implementing similar charter bus requirements and penalties. And that is what has led to the unannounced flights in the first place, with Texas Governor Greg Abbott posting video of 100 migrants boarding a private plane in order to avoid the new bus rules just last week. And while Secretary of State Anthony Blinken is in Mexico today to discuss immigration, the mayors of these 3 cities trying to put an end to the chaotic arrivals now.
Ways in which this country has addressed other crises of asylum seekers or refugee seekers, including when we had refugees from Ukraine who arrived, many thousands of whom landed in Chicago, but they came with federal support. They came with work authorization.
That's really been a point for all 3 mayors. That was a point they really strongly made on the call this afternoon when asylum seekers have arrived from other countries. Some cities have seen more asylum seekers perhaps from Afghanistan or Ukraine, and those asylum seekers again came with papers, they came with federal funding, and they came with work authorizations. In regard to this executive order, it is effective immediately. Those buses need to arrive between 8:30 a.m. and noon Monday through Friday. If not, those bus companies will face penalties.